Hi everyone, I'm Chef Ann Nolan, culinary training chef with KitchenAid, and I'm here to talk about the new KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus with the powered attachments. And today I'm going to talk about the baking stone. We're going to make crab cakes with a remoulade sauce because this is a nice alternative to bake them on the baking stone instead of frying them. So first off, let me talk about what other attachments we have. We have the steamer attachment, we have the grill, and then as I said, we've got our baking stone. This is the base pan that you need to use. And this is the element. The plug will plug into the back of the oven into the hub. Our KitchenAid stand mixer, we have all those attachments and you can do so many different recipes. So that's why we decided, why don't we put these attachments in the oven so you can do so many more things with it, because it's more than an oven. Let me open this, and what I'm going to do is I am going to pull out the rack here. I'll take the base pan and I'm going to fit it right to the back of the glide rack, and then I'm going to put on my stone because I want to get this preheated. I'll push this in. You can hear that ding and it's letting me know that I've connected. There are recipes that are already programmed into the oven. There's 3 for each attachment. So let's go to the home screen. You can manually enter the time and temperatures of your recipes for baking, roasting, and broiling, or for any of the powered attachments. I'm using the recipe guide mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and I can see the crab cakes. So I'll press that, and then it shows me the ingredients I'm going to need. You can go over to the right and this shows you all the steps. And so what I'm going to do is start this. The nice thing about the baking stone is that it heats up in half the time of your normal baking stones that are more porous. So here are the ingredients I have. I've got crab, and you can get this in the can, or you can do fresh crab, it's a pound of it. I also have cilantro, Dijon, I've got some different seasonings, jalapeno, I've got shallots, mayonnaise, some horseradish, I've got some lemon juice, panko crumbs, and Worcestershire sauce. And then I have just a little lemon zest. So let's put this in first. And then I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. I like to keep the liquid for the end because I'll get that all together. We'll put this in my horseradish. Now, if at any time something's a little too spicy, you can always cut back on it. Don't worry about that. This will go in easy. I really like having the jalapeno in there, but make sure you test it before you put it in because sometimes it's a lot spicier than you think. Your guests will be crying at the table because it's too hot. Got my Worcestershire sauce. I've got my salt and pepper, my bay seasoning, and then the lemon juice. Now I'm going to put this all together. All right. Sprinkle this in. And I try not to add a lot of the panko because I don't want this to be really all bread and no crab. That's why they're called crab cakes. All right. So I'm just going to patty these out now. And I am going to make them into probably like a 50-cent piece size. So let's do this. This will be easier for you to see. So I do a heaping teaspoon or tablespoon, excuse me. And then what I'm going to do is, now I've got kind of an eyeball how big they should be. So I'll just do the rest. I should get 16 out of here. These are really nice, like I said. I like frying them, so you can certainly do that, but I also just like to be able to bake them because a lot of people are trying to be a little bit healthier now. And if they aren't perfectly, the same size, just take one from the other, because can you see how I'm a little bit bigger on that one? All right, let's get these pattied out. I like to take them and press them and then hold them like this in my hand and see how they all turn out the same way. So I'll do this one the same way. I kind of hold it at the bottom. When you're measuring things out and then preparing them, you do one task at a time and then move to the next. So like I said, I patted these all into little balls and now I'm patting them all out. You work better and it's smoother. Okay, I'm ready to put these in the oven. We're gonna put those right on the baking stone. Once I open that up, I have 2 minutes to get everything on there or it'll disengage. So just work a little quickly. So I've got 16 here. All right. So I am going to engage this again. All right, just heard the beep, I'll shut it. And while those are baking, I'm going to get cleaned up and I'm going to put together my remoulade sauce for the crab cakes. I've got sour cream here. I've got mayonnaise. I've got some little bit of the vinegar. I like adding a little acid to it. This is a chili sauce, chili garlic sauce. I've got, here's some mustard, Dijon mustard, horseradish. Always get don't get the creamed, get the natural, because the cream has other things in it, so sometimes I don't think it has as much oomph in it. Some lemon juice, lemon goes good with the crab. I've got some more onions, and then a little bit of cayenne and the Old Bay seasoning. And then I'm just gonna add, you know me, how I like my seasoning, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. So we're gonna get this mixed up. I just let it chill for a minute in the fridge. So this is all together. The oven has alerted me that the crab cakes are ready, so I'm going to take them out of the oven. I'll pull out the rack. Oh, they smell wonderful. And make sure you use your hot pads. I've done that before. This is hot. I'll set this down on the trivet, and then I'm going to push this back in the base pan. I'm gonna let it cool in the oven, and I'll just leave that oven door open a crack. Let's look at these. Don't they look beautiful? And like I said, this is a great alternative to frying them. So let's get a couple of these on the plate. Notice how this was designed with the back wall being taller. This will help prevent food from falling off the baking stone while I'm removing it. The best thing about it though is that this is a glazed ceramic baking stone, and what's nice about it is that it's easy to clean up. I can wash it in the dishwasher and it's not porous. If you want this recipe and the others that we have, you want to download that Yummly app, and that's where you'll find them. So now here's the test. Let's see. Oh. These are really good. Happy cooking.